Hi, this is Carol Ray, owner of Notary to Pro, and I want to introduce you to a program which is going to change the way lenders, title and escrow companies, signing services, and the general public search for notaries to hire on the internet. When my husband and I first became signing agents, we drew a circle around our home on the map, and we decided that our service area would be within 20 miles in any direction from our home. We were surrounded by too many zip codes to list, so when we would get calls to do a signing, we would have to search our map to see if it was within our area. I know that many notary signing agents get phone calls all the time with offers of work that are way out of their coverage area, and it's a waste of everyone's time. This program is going to end that problem. I personally do not learn things quickly. I need to be shown step by step how to do a lot of things. My family teases me because they know I'd rather spend 4 hours attempting or struggling to put something together than to spend 10 minutes reading complicated instructions. So this is what you and I are going to do. We're going to go through this relatively simple program together, just in case you learn the way I do. The first step is for you to type the address of this program into your address bar in your browser. And it is www.notarizethis.info. And this is what that program it looks like. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go get a listing for free. So I am now going to go to Sign Me Up. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to put in your name. Now I do have Chrome autofill, so I may be clicking on that occasionally. My email address, again, is carol@notarytopro.com. This is my phone number. I do have a password. And I'm going to click on Sign Me Up. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is that there's going to be almost an instant email sent to your email address, and you're going to have to go to click on that to confirm your email address. So if you will, I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording for just and go click on that so we can continue. Okay, as you can see, it says success. It says here we're all finished with the red tape, and it's time for me to create my profile. So what I'm going to do is the first thing is to click out of this particular area here. You have to do that in order for your profile area to pop up. And you're going to be filling in all of this information here. So I'm going to go ahead and start filling this in. My company name is actually Notary Pros. Here it is. I'll just click on it. Makes it easier and quicker. Now, the next thing that you're going to be putting in here is some information about yourself. What do you want people to know about you? How long have you been doing signings? How many signings have you completed? If you're new, tell them the truth. You're new. If you're a Notary to Pro graduate, if you have other certification, be sure that you list that in here too. I find that a good way to fill these areas in is to actually type something into a Word document, play around with it, come up with the final draft of what you want to put in here, and then you can do a copy paste. That way you can have your spelling checked, your grammar checked, and everything good, so you don't have misspellings or something that you don't notice. The next thing is you're going to be putting in, of course, your telephone numbers here. I have a dedicated fax line, but it uses my my student line. So I'm going to just put that in here. So I have a work number. I'm not going to be putting my cell number in here. I'll just use the same one. And then there's a drop down that says which phone do you prefer them calling. I'll just click on work. And then here is my email address. And now I'm going to be putting in my website address. I don't have any other contact information that I'd like to share with them. Now it gets down to the nitty-gritty. You're going to be offering services. You want to click every service that you do offer. Now the first thing, if you're a certified loan signing agent, you want to click that. And then you'll see that they do have a drop-down menu here so that you can click on wherever you have been certified. I obviously am certified by Notary to Pro. I do loan closings. I do not do any of these others. I am not a general notary, but I do have the capability for e-docs, scan backs. I have a laser printer, email, fax, internet, a smartphone. Do I have a four-wheel drive car? No, I have a GPS. So now we're going to continue on, and now it's asking for availability. So I'm going to do the drop down here. I am available, I'm going to say daytime. I'm going to say I am unavailable on the weekends. My detailed availability I will show as 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. So I've restricted myself here, but if you don't want to go out at night and take signings, if you don't want to work on the weekend, that's what you need to do. So now here is my the details of my address, and it'll ask for my mailing address. I'm going to click here, same as business address. I don't speak any language other than English, but now it asks for what state my commission is, and that is California. Put in my commission number. I'm just going to type in 123456. Expiration is February of 2018. E&O insurance. Yes, I have 25,000. Do I have a background screening? Yes. The company that performed it is Sterling. So I'm going to click Sterling. And now we get into the fees. I strongly suggest that you put in your minimum fee on everything that you do. You can always negotiate with them if they don't offer you as much as what your minimum fee is and you feel like it's a real easy thing, it's very close to home, whatever. You can always negotiate down a little bit, but it's very difficult for you to negotiate them up. If you put $80, then $80 is what you're going to get. You're not going to be able to get more than that. So let's say for purchases, I'm going to charge $125. And let's see if I can do both buyer and seller, or 100 buyer only. Okay. Refinance, I'm going to charge a minimum of $100. Additional fees for large document packages, fax backs, etc. That way when they look, they see, oh, we want this person to fax back an entire package. They're going to charge us. So they may avoid you, but you don't want to hassle with that anyway. So put down what you ask for. A HELOC, it's a home equity line of credit. They're not difficult to do. Let's put $100. Reverse mortgages, I happen to love reverse mortgages. I know a lot of people charge more for them, but you know what? In the long run, they're really very, very easy to do. The documents might be a little bit large, so you can put, let's say, $100 minimum, whatever it is that you charge for it, plus additional documents or requirements. Okay, so now we're all finished. We've filled in our profile. And now I'm going to be setting my PIN. So I'm going to click there. And what you're going to do is you're going to place, now if you have a free listing, then you can go within 10 miles, 3 miles, 5 miles, 10 miles with one PIN. I'm going to manipulate my PIN. I want to show you something. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to show you on another site, if I can pull up my husband's site to see what we've done. So I'm just going to leave the free listing, and I'm going to leave it at 10 miles. But what I am going to do is I'm going to move this a bit, because I want to go to Rio Vista, Isleton, and I want to get all the way to Cortland, which is up here, Green, Daisy. I don't want to go to Thornton, but I really don't have a lot of choice unless I move it. So, but I am going to show you what the Pro version does for you, which is so much better. I mean, this is great, and there's certainly nothing wrong with free, but for so little money every year, I'll show you what you can do to manipulate this. So, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to publish my listing now. Now they do have videos. This particular video, I'm going to just click on it just for a couple of minutes here so you can hear what it's like. They have some very good videos on here that will be helpful to you. Let me start this just
In this video, we'll take a look at some excellent reasons why notaries and signing agents should upgrade from the basic free listing to a professional listing. The most readily apparent reason for going pro is greater visibility in search results.
Okay, so you might want to listen to those as you go. Now, another thing I do want to show you is that if you do want to increase your pins, what you'll do is you'll go to Account Settings. And by the way, here you can change your password. It does show that you have a free account. You have a maximum of 1 PIN, which may be sufficient for you. But keep in mind, too, that if you are Pro version, which is $10 a year, it puts you on the top of the search areas. If somebody's looking for somebody in your area, as a Pro, you will be at the top of the list. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on Make Me a Pro. Okay, and then you can put in your card number and everything and pay the $10, which I'm not going to do on this site. But that will give you the ability to add anywhere from 1 pin to 5 pins. So I'm going to click out of this right now, but that's how you do it. Okay, now we're back in my profile here. So I'm going to publish my listing. Now it becomes active. I think I did that before, but just in case I didn't. All right. Now what I want to do is I'm going to log out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you from the perspective of someone searching for us. I'm going to type in the town that is close to me. Don't forget I have 1 PIN and it does limit my area, but I am going to check these boxes. I want them to be a notary to pro, certified signing agent. They need to be a loan signer, have E&O insurance, and I want to verify background checks. So I click those things. As a searcher, I'm looking for someone in Rio Vista, California. So now I'm going to go find notaries. Okay, as you can see here, my husband shows up first because he has a professional listing. I do show below here, actually this second one I'll be removing. It's this one down below that I just filled out for you. But it does show that I have a free listing, and I do cover the Rio Vista area. Now we're going to change this criteria on here a little bit. Let me just unclick these. I'm a searcher. I'm looking for somebody, and this somebody, I need for them to cover a little town here on the Delta, which is called Cortland. We live in an area between San Francisco and Sacramento. It's comprised of a group of about 70 islands, which are all surrounded by waterways, mostly rivers. All right, now I want to set my criteria. I want to hire a notary to pro graduate. I want to make sure that they are a loan signer, which is automatic with that they have E&O insurance, and they have a background check. Now I'm going to click on Find Notaries. Okay, my husband still shows up. He shows up as a pro listing. I show up because I did have the tree. Okay, now what I'm going to do is show you from the perspective of looking at how my husband has manipulated his pins, so you can see what we did. We want to cover a very specific area without going out of our area. So I am now going to log in to his site. Here we go. Now this takes just a minute, so if you go to do this with your own, you'll see it just takes a minute for it to kind of set up so that you can go back in, you can change your profile, you can change your account settings, whatever you want to do. But this is how we have him set up. We have the first pin actually not around Ileton, because there's things here that he may miss, and we don't want to do anything in this area here. So what we did is we brought this pin up so that he is covering this area of Highway 12, Rio Vista, and Ileton. Then the next one is a little bit more broad, because, and we don't need it to be that way, but it covers a little bit more of the area. Basically what he wants to do is he wants to take care of all of this Highway 84 all the way up, and then he wants to cover a highway which is 160 that runs like this way, parallel to the Highway 5. But he doesn't want to cover these areas along right next to Highway 5. So what he's done is we have taken the five little pins, and we have these set at 3 miles, this one at 5 miles, and this one at 5 miles. So we are covering here exactly the area that he wants. And he will show up at the top because he does have the professional listing. So I think that's about it. They do have, as I said, these videos that are really good, and I hope that this makes things just a little bit easier. I'm only doing this because I love this program. I think the creators of this are just brilliant, and I'm very excited that people who are searching for our Notary to Pro graduates will be able to click this box to find our graduates. If you're interested in becoming a professional notary signing agent, please check us out. Our web address is notary2pro.com, and you'll see that there is a course overview which will tell you a lot of details about what we do. So have a wonderful day, and I hope that you find this tutorial very helpful.